And right now joining us is Kevin Muldoon, former goalkeeping coach of Canada's men's and women's national teams. First of all, sir, congratulations. What a day. The feelings must be enormous for you and your family. Talk about when you got that phone call that you would be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
It's fantastic. To be obviously rewarded for something you've loved doing over the years is really it's a bonus. It's going to be a fantastic day, and of course, as a family, we're all proud, and so am I.
Let's talk about that relationship you had, because it was a special one. You and the goalies, 2 or 3, and maybe one-on-one for the most part. That had to be a unique relationship, and you had to work on a lot of the deficiencies a goalie had, but also give them a lot of confidence. How did you go about doing that year in and year out, Kevin?
Well, basically, you work on all the basics. Once the young goal, especially if you're dealing with young goalkeepers, you work on all the basics and building the confidence. They have their ups and downs like everybody else. When they're down, you have to be there to build them up. When they're playing well, you've got to be there to give them a little pat to say well done. But overall, it's getting all the basic techniques right that turns out to be an outstanding goalkeeper. Yeah.
Kevin, it's safe to say for the longest time this country produced world-class goalies, but recently we've gone on a dry spell where we're not producing the quality goalkeeper that we need. What do you see in your time in coaching some of the best, whether it's Paul Dolan, Pat Onstad, Sven Haberman, Craig Forrest, I could go on, that today you don't see in these young goalies?
It's a lot of it's to do with attitude too. A lot of it's to do with attitude. You have to want to make a save. It's no good looking good and not want to make a save. Players are a little bit different these days, the young goalkeepers, but there is the odd one or two that's coming through, and hopefully they work well. But they also need experience. I mean, you're not really going to start playing like Craig Forrest and them until you're 27, 28, and at the present time, we're not really getting any players or goalkeepers who are training at that level, and it's important that, I hate to say this, but for a young goalkeeper in Canada now, he has to get out of Canada. If he's got the talent, he has to play on a daily basis, train on a daily basis, and work with goalkeeping coaches to start. But they also must be in the fire. They must be in the fire all the time. And so it's like a metal. The more it's in the fire, the tougher it gets. And at the moment, we lack that in Canada in producing the keepers.
Is it safe to say Spain, Casillas, Italy, Buffon, that a goalie from Canada needs to go to Europe to really produce world-class goalies to learn and train on a daily basis?
They have to. They have to be in the fire all the time. Training sessions have to be tough. Games have to be something on the games, and the games have to be tough. It's not an easy life. I mean, maybe I'm a bit biased, but the Canadian goalkeepers were the hardest working keepers on the team. And they trained hard, they worked hard, and they had success. And so you think, well, that's what it takes. It's an awful long journey. And it starts very young, but it doesn't finish really or get going until you're probably about 27, 28.
Kevin, we'll close it out with this. There's got to be a memory, one that sticks out in your mind that you'll never forget, that you'll take with you to your grave. What is that memory of being the goalkeeping coach for so many years for Canada?
Well, there's a couple actually about being a goalkeeping coach for Canada. One obviously is when we won the Gold Cup, and Craig Forrest came to me, and we hugged each other and arm in arm to go and get the trophy, which was a fantastic memory for me, because I mean the lad's an absolute pro. And the other one, when I was in a hotel in England, and I was with Dale Mitchell's youth team, and one of the American goalkeepers who I'd never coached but I'd known many years actually walked over and shook my hand and gave me a hug and said, "Hello Kevin, how are you doing?" And to me, being recognised by the players is the most important thing in the world.
That means more than any money can buy. Am I right, Kevin?
Without a doubt.
Kevin Muldoon, congratulations again. Thank you for all your service for Canada. We thank you so much that you did it with pride and honor representing your country. And congratulations again, my man.
Thank you very much.